EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kick. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage. Go.
Here's Jackson to throw. That's another one complete to Mitchell. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Lamar changing the look.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. The first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone Makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on the stretch.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now Jackson. And Walker has it. He's got room past the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mike Andrews, the tight end. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The Ravens are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he finds his running back who snuck right down the middle of the field. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Ooh, the juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking top off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Stroud. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. Look at this Baltimore defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems, because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on him. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be home in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Will Anderson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation, because the silver lining, it took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Jackson now. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now Stroud. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Six 0 our score after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Here's Tommy Townsend now, standing just about on his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until
and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. As he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. A little juke. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Stroud. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Second and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stroud. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now.
So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And bulldozing his way through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick it up with Mitchell.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop it right where it all started. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews, 67 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers, or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time. While they're playing this one, they've got to take care of business first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Stroud looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Mixon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And Stroud now to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud looking to change the play.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Texans! Nico Collins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Part of the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this: I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. The quick feet by Jackson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Stroud forced out to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down. Mike Green in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. The Texans send the punter out. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
They'll end up getting 5 out of it, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well,
Those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
They'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stroud to Mixon on the check down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Quick slant. He's got Joe Mixon. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. They'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll get this down to the 38.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now they'll change things around before the snap. From the 38, Stroud. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
That tackle behind the line made by Will Anderson.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
180. Sit hard. 180.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
No, we changed it. Sit hard. 180. Sit hard.
From the gun, Jackson completes it to Hardman. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. To throw is Jackson. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 45 yards. And the Ravens are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Texans 10.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Going right side here, and that's complete.
Second down and 6 now from the 42. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Middle.
Here's Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. So once more, the Ravens will come to the line here and go for the 2-point try. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. That's caught. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. 4th down, 4th quarter, here's Stroud. That is caught. And he will have a 1st down here before he gets banged down to the turf pretty hard. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a slant, here's Collins. And he will get this to the midfield strike, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th.
And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From midfield now, here's Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's second down. Now Lamar changing the play.
At the 45-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Jackson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Houston.
And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. But it's not going to work. He'll go down, and they got him. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Stroud looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On the quick, right?
Stroud to throw it. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Stroud now on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Maybe he hits him in stride. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At their 40.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Here's Stroud.
Open man is Kirk, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. They'll complete this one to Collins.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
And the Texans first down.
And Stroud now to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Well, they get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Ravens, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0.